Get ready for a weekend of high-octane action that's bound to leave you on the edge of your seat. The Supercross world is colliding in a way we've never seen before, with two major events, the iconic Paris Supercross and the FIM World Supercross Championship, WSX, running simultaneously. But here's where it gets controversial. Can the sport sustain this packed off-season schedule? Or are we stretching the calendar too thin? Let's dive in. The Supercross off-season has always been a busy affair, but this year it's reached a fever pitch. Legacy events like the Paris Supercross, now in its 42nd year, are sharing the spotlight with newer series like the WSX and the Boost Mobile Australian Supercross Championship. The result? A calendar so jam-packed that we're seeing double-header weekends with Paris and WSX overlapping this weekend, and WSX and Australian Supercross clashing later in November in two different parts of Australia, no less. And this is the part most people miss. WSX and Australian Supercross are no longer connected, adding another layer of complexity to the mix. In Paris, the action promises to be nothing short of electrifying. The Lawrence brothers, Hunter and Jett, will once again face off against Webb, reprising their rivalry from the past few years. Jett dominated last year's event until a single crash handed the win to Webb, a classic example of Webb's knack for seizing opportunities. But the real wildcard here is Tom Vialle, making his 450 debut on a Honda, which is sure to ignite the French crowd. Malcolm Stewart will also be in the mix, adding even more firepower to the lineup. You can catch all the action on MXGP TV with Paul Malin and Jason Thomas calling the shots. And yes, we've got Tom Journet and Steve Mathis on the ground, because who better to cover Paris than someone who speaks French and someone who's always there? But here's the real question. Can anyone stop Max Anstie in SX2? The Brit continues to dominate, though Shane McElrath and Enzo Lopes are hot on his heels. Meanwhile, in Canada, Vancouver's BC Place will host the second round of the WSX, with Eli Tomac making his highly anticipated Red Bull KTM debut. Tomac, fresh off his WSX championship win last year, will sport the #1 plate as he challenges two-time champion Ken Roczen and Jason Anderson. Justin Cooper's wildcard appearance will also provide a benchmark for Tomac's speed on new machinery. WSX described it perfectly. Buenos Aires set the stage, now Vancouver takes center spotlight. So which event will you be tuning into? The two-day spectacle in Paris or the Saturday-only WSX in Vancouver? Or, like many of us, will you be flipping between both? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to grab your MXGP TV pass for Paris. This is one weekend you won't want to miss. Enjoy the ride.